Welcome to the Little Story World channel.
Hello, little friends. Today's story is The Cicada and the Ant. Shall we begin? On a quiet spring morning, by the shores of a peaceful lake, a mother duck anxiously awaited the birth of her ducklings. The sun shone softly, warming the nest hidden among the leaves. Crack, crack. The eggs began to open, one by one. Little yellow ducklings appeared, chirping happily and cuddling close to their mother. "My beautiful little babies," she said happily. But there was one last egg, larger than the others, and still closed. Time passed, until finally, crack! The shell broke. Out of it came a different baby. He was bigger, with gray feathers and a clumsy way of moving. The mother duck looked surprised, but soon smiled. "You are my baby too." The days passed, and the ducklings began to explore the lake. They swam, played, and learned together. But the gray duckling was always the target of strange looks. What a weird little duckling. He doesn't look like the others. How ugly. The words hurt. He tried to play, he tried to fit in, but it never seemed to be enough. Until one day, tired of so much rejection, he made a decision. "I must go away," he whispered, with a heavy heart. And so he set off alone into the world. He crossed fields, faced the wind, hunger, and cold. He met other animals, but none truly welcomed him. The summer passed, the autumn arrived, and soon the winter covered everything with ice. The duckling, now weak and lonely, struggled to survive. "Is there a place for me?" he asked the sky. One day, while resting near a lake, he saw something magical. Large white birds were flying across the sky, elegant, serene, as if they were dancing in the air. He was enchanted. "I have never seen anything so beautiful." But they disappeared. The winter was harsh, but he survived. And then spring returned. The flowers bloomed again, the lake sparkled once more, and the duckling, now grown, walked slowly along the shore. It was then that he saw those white birds again, now swimming in the lake. His heart raced. In fear, but full of hope, he approached the water. And as he looked at his reflection, he froze. He was no longer that clumsy baby. His body was elegant, his feathers white as snow, his neck long and graceful. He was not a duck. He was a swan. "I am like them." The other swans came close, and this time nobody laughed, nobody judged. They welcomed him. And for the very first time, he felt he belonged. He was never ugly. He was never wrong. He just didn't know who he really was yet. And in that moment, gliding over the quiet waters, he finally found his place in the world. And if you liked this story, leave your like. And don't forget to follow the channel for more stories like this. See you next time.